All right, guys, in this training, I'm going to give you the formula for writing a video sales letter. By the way, this is the same formula you're going to use if you're also doing a text or long copy sales letter as well. This is the psychology behind the sales letter. This is what makes a sales letter convert. If you've never written a sales letter before and you feel I can't write one, there is nothing further from the truth. See, if you're going into the make money niche or something like that where there's a lot of people selling how-to products or how to make money products, yeah, you're going to have to write a better sales letter because there's competition there. But in the traditional world, you are what we call, the 800-pound gorilla, because people in the regular world have not seen these kinds of sales letters, so you don't need to be a copywriter. Now, my trick for writing good sales copy is this. Pretend the person you want to sell to is sitting in front of you and sell to them. Whatever you would say, and by the way, go to Radio Shack or somewhere, get yourself a little recorder. Whatever you would say to that person is exactly what you would put in your sales letter. So there is no magic formula to selling. It's just pretending the person is in front of you, and that's what you would say. So let's give you the formula here. In another video, I'm going to show you the process of putting it all together. Today, we're just giving you the formula in this video. Now, the goal of your video sales letter is to create an instant relationship. You want to build a rapport with them. And you'll see this through the psychology that we go through, how we do that. So let's go through this formula. So have a pen. What you want to do is just write the bullet points. Each bullet point or each page I'm going to show you is a different section. So in that section, we have things that we say there, and I'll give you some ideas of what you want to say. We'll use weight loss as the niche, but when you're writing your own, just have the headlines written down and just fill in the blanks what you want to say based on whatever niche market you are in. So we start with the intro, and then the intro is, hi, my name is Greg Caesar, and today I want to talk about X. So that's the intro. It's kind of who you are and what you want to talk about. Intro doesn't have to be anything complex, just a quick, hi, my name is so-and-so, and you are here today, or here's what we're going to be talking about. The next one is part of right after the intro, which is the relationship. This is how you build the relationship. This is how you let them know that you understand where they're going through. So if, and I started with kind of an if you statement. If you are here today, then you fall into these categories. Number one, again, let's look at weight loss. If you're here today, then you're here because you want to lose weight. Or it might be if you want to lose weight and you're tired of programs that don't work. You're tired of going to the gym for hours. You're tired of this. See that if you statement? Right? If you want to lose 10 pounds, if you want to feel great, if you want to have the energy to play with your grandkids, if you want to do this, boom, then I want you to pay attention to everything I'm about to tell you today. Right? So it's that if and then you statement, and just fill in the blank of what the you part or what the second part of that if you statement is. And typically I will put 5 or 6 different bullet points, and basically my bullet points are trying to get different angles. So in the weight loss, it might be if you want to get more energy, if you want to look sexy, if you want to fit in clothes that you haven't fit in a long time. So you see how each one of those bullet points is a different angle because I don't know which one they are here for. Okay, so I'm trying to hit a bunch of different angles. Then it's your promise. I promise to tell you my story today. I promise to tell you how I created this product and why this product is created to help you. And the reason to stay. And if you stay till the end, I promise not only to tell you what my story is and how I got here, but I promise to give you the solution that will deliver X. X is whatever it is they're trying to gain, which is weight loss. Right? So I promise to give you the exact solution that I've discovered that has helped me lose X amount of weight and also helped a lot of people lose weight. So you want to say, if you stay till the end, I promise to deliver. Now, do you know what that delivery is? It's your product. So at the end, when you say, okay, go here to get X, see, you promise to tell them where to get that solution. That's what your promise is. Then it's your story. The story is very important. Again, the story is part of what shows them that you are human. Remember, they're on a web page, they're on YouTube, they're somewhere. You need to show them that, hey, I'm a real person. I understand what you're going through, and I'm part of you. So this is where you tell your story. If you don't have a good story as to why you created the product or why you are here, then you need to borrow someone else's story, whether that means you partner up with someone or you find someone that's got a good story. Maybe you've got a person who have purchased your product. Whatever it is, you've got to find a good story that they relate to. Even if that means you've got to scour the internet looking at news sites. So in this case, let's say it's a weight loss product and you're skinny as a stick. You've never had a weight loss issue. What you can do is go online, go to YouTube, go to wherever, and find someone who's talking about their story, how they've lost weight and what weight loss has meant for them. So in this case, you would say something to the effect of, let me tell you a story about how weight loss can change your life. I was searching online and I found the story of so-and-so. And this person was depressed, they felt lonely in high school, and they decided to make a change one day. And in that change, they decided, I'm going to finally lose weight. And in doing so, she found the love of her life. She now has kids and the energy to play with those kids and all kinds of things. Well, today I'm going to show you how you can experience the same joy. So you see that's not your story, because you may be skinny as a stick and don't need to lose weight and never had a weight loss issue, but you can borrow someone else's story. The story is critical because it makes them feel, okay, I'm dealing with a person, I'm dealing with a human. For me, a lot of the times, my story is my story. Even niche products that we sell, a lot of niche products I sell I can relate because I usually go into niches where I have some kind of experience. So that's your story. Now you want to talk about the problem. And the problem is, typically what I like to use as the problem is, you want to lose weight, but there's a problem. And the problem is you're never going to succeed doing this on your own. And the reason why you're never going to succeed doing this on your own, because everything is stacked up against you. Everything that you've read is wrong. These people are telling you this, and it's just not the case. You may be thinking that, hey, I'm going to skip breakfast. Or you may be thinking of, I'm eating all these low calorie foods, but the reality is the low calorie foods are loaded with sugar. So you've got to talk about what the problem is and why it's going to affect them. And typically for the problem that I like to use for problems, it's the solutions that they've been looking for, right? So they've been looking for low calorie foods. They've been looking for exercise. They've been looking for this. And, you may be doing exercises, but unless you're doing the right kind of exercises, it means absolutely nothing. So look at the problem, but again, try to focus on a problem that they've been looking for, but you can show them why that problem is not the right solution. Then you go into something they should know. This is where you can teach them something. So let me give you an example. So let's talk about some of the things that I can teach you right now that when it comes to weight loss. Now, try not to give away the solution here, but try to teach them something. So, did you know that you can actually eat what you want to eat and yet still lose weight even without exercising? The question is, it's having the right amount of food in the right combination in the right order can help you lose weight. Many people, the problem is at nighttime is when you eat your biggest meal. Well, do you know if you eat that biggest meal at a different part of the day, you could actually lose weight by eating the exact same amount of calories. Your body burns calories in a certain way. And I'd like to teach you how that can happen, how your body uses calories and when it needs the most and when it needs the least. So reality is you can literally eat what you want if you knew how to eat it. Just as long as you know when to eat it, you can actually lose weight. So in their mind, they're saying, you know something? I did not know that. So you're giving them what I call the aha moment. It's something that you can teach them. They didn't realize, but they say, wow, I didn't think about that. And then they start to look at you and saying, You must know the solution. You must know the answer. Then from there is when you introduce your solution. Let me tell you about what I've discovered and how it can help you lose weight. Okay, this is your discovery. So you talk about the secrets that you've discovered, and you talk about how those secrets can actually help them lose weight. So you start to talk about, hey, I found from my research, there's something called the glycemic index. I found from my research, I've learned about negative calorie foods. I've learned about all kinds of things that have to do with weight loss. And what I've discovered from years of research is how do we combine these in the right combinations for lasting weight loss? Okay. And then, so again, like I say, you go into your solution. Then you talk about why your solution is better. Don't focus on making the competition look bad. Your goal is to make yours look better than the competition. So why is it better? Well, let me tell you, you have a lot of options today in terms of what solutions that exist in the marketplace. But let me tell you why what I'm about to teach you is infinitely better than anything that's out there. And just go into talking about why your product is better. My product is this. My product does this. My product can do this. My product solves this problem. You see how it's all about my product, my product, my product. Now, you may say and mention a competition in terms of, other products on the market don't do this, but you're better off focusing on what your product does better than their product than you are focusing on why their product is no good. Okay. Most people, when trying to sell, they spend so much time talking about the competition, the consumer never understands why I should buy this product. So focus on why your product is way better than anything that's out there on the market. Then the next thing you do is, so you've explained why your product is better, and then you say something to the effect of, but you know what? Don't just take my word for it. Let me show you what other people have said about my product. Now, you go into your testimonials. Now, if you don't have testimonials, don't fear. Whatever product you're about to sell, go out and ask people, hey, let me give you a free copy of this in exchange for a testimonial. Tell me what your honest feedback is of this product. It doesn't matter even if you found a PLR, private label rights product, you can do that. Let someone have a free copy, and in exchange, ask them to give you a review. Now, some of you are going to say, well, who am I going to give this to? You've got friends, you've got relatives. You can run an ad and give it away for free. Hey, we're launching this new product. I'm going to let you have it for free. In exchange, you have to give me a testimonial. Okay, so run an ad and give the product for free. Now, here, let me give you an example. That's actually a little test there, right? If you give the product for free in exchange for a testimonial and people don't take the product, what does that tell you about the product? Nobody wants it. So that's a little test. We're going to talk about testing in the niche phase as well. So your testimonials. Now, in your testimonials, try to get testimonials on different things. For example, you may have a testimonial on your customer service. You may have a testimonial on, man, I thought this was going to be more expensive. The value for this is way more than what I paid for it. Testimonial on, hey, I used this product and it actually solved the problem X. So you see, the testimonials are hitting different aspects of the product. You've got the person who's looking at price. You've got the person who's thinking, does this work? You've got the person who's thinking about customer service. So you get your testimonials to hit many different aspects of the product. Then you go into what they're going to get in the product. This is where you talk about your offer. Right? So now you start saying, okay, so today, what you're going to get when you get this solution here is I'm going to give you not only, my book, which is going to teach you step by step how to do this, but I'm also going to give you this. And then on top of that, I'm going to give you this. So you start talking about what they get. See, that's what your offer is. Your offer is a culmination of everything that they get when they buy your product. And again, I'm doing these as bullet points. So you're going to get this, you're going to get this, you're going to get this. So typically you want to keep it to 2 or 3 things. You don't want to overwhelm them, but you give them 2 or 3 things with whatever your product is. Sometimes it might be just one, and that's totally okay. I've got plenty of products where it's just the one product, and that's all it is. But again, you state what they get. The next thing is you give them bonuses. Just for getting your copy of My Weight Loss Secret today, I'm going to give you these bonuses that have these real world values. So bonus number 1, I'm going to give you the low calorie cheat sheet. It's going to be everything that you need to know and all the low calorie foods that exist. That's a $47 value. On top of that, I'm going to give you the food journal. So instead of having to go out and get your own food journal, I'm going to give you the food journal. This is a $27 value. On top of that, I'm going to give you X, and that has a $47 value. So you want to give the value because we're going to total those up for them. And then we're going to say what you're getting today is $500 worth of product. So when you give them the price, you can say you're not going to pay $500, which is the value of the product. You're not going to pay $400. You're not going to pay $300. You're not even going to pay $99. In fact, you're not even going to pay half of that. You're going to pay X. Okay, so you're setting up the stage with the bonuses and the value so that they can, in their mind, say, wow, it's an apples to orange comparison. This is worth $500, but you mean to tell me you're giving me all of this for $47? So what happens is they almost feel like they're cheating you. Okay, so very important, that's your bonuses. And as I said, you explain the value of the product when you're doing the bonus calculation. Again, that's for the apples to orange comparison. Now, at this point, this is when you introduce the price. This is when you say, and I'm giving you all of this today for just $29.95, $47.97, whatever your price point is. So you've created the value. And then you've said, I'm not giving you this for $500. I'm not giving you this for X. Today and today only, I'm giving you this for the one-time investment. And I like to use the word investment, not price or cost, but the one-time investment of $47. So you intro the price here. Now, in your presentation, when you're doing it's not 500, it's not 600, I will put X's through that. So when I say it's not 500, I'm showing that on the screen, and then I'm putting an X through that. By the way, when I create my videos, 90% of the time, they're just regular PowerPoint. And if you don't have PowerPoint, you can get, I forget what it's called, but there's a free version of PowerPoint, and actually Google has a version of PowerPoint in Google Drive or Google Docs, or you can use Keynote or whatever you want to use. I like to use PowerPoint. For me, it's the easiest. So again, if you don't have it, Google has a free version. Just go to Google Drive, and there's another free version. I forget. It's kind of a Microsoft comparison one. I forget the name of the thing. Or you can use Keynote or anything like that. Then I give them your choices. This is important. Your choice today is to do nothing. Sit there. Keep watching infomercial after infomercial. Keep thinking about, one day I will do this, right? Or sit there and do nothing, right? And if you do nothing, how is your life going to change? How are you going to feel better about yourself? How are you going to finally look the way that you want to look and have the confidence that you want to have, right? So their choices, which is the do nothing option, and do nothing basically means not getting your product. What you're doing here is you got to show them why doing nothing is expensive. Doing nothing is costly. Doing nothing is painful. This is where you agitate the pain. So again, in the weight loss is, again, you have a choice today. You can sit here and do business as usual, reading one product after the next and doing nothing. And you can close this website. But let me ask you this. How are you going to feel any different tomorrow than you did today? Right? What is your risk? Now, getting started today, will that guarantee you're going to lose every single amount of weight that you have? It may not. But if you can lose 50%, 60% using what I'm going to teach you, are you better off? Yes. But if you do nothing, I can guarantee you this. You're going to lose absolutely zero. So it is better that you get started, follow what I'm going to teach you, take action, than it is that you do absolutely nothing. So again, that's how you use their choices. Now, just imagine, this is what I call dream state. Dream state is, it's what I call, it's a one step past theory. Always sell one step past what your product does. So in the dream state, what you're doing here in dream state is you're making them dream. So you'll say something like, just imagine ... and then you're going to have your bullet points show up on the screen. Just imagine walking through the mall. And again, let's say your target is female. So just imagine walking through the mall, and as you're standing in the food court, a gentleman walks up and he smiles at you and says, wow, you look awesome in that dress. Just imagine going to the playground and your kid saying to you, I'm tired, mommy. Can I go home? And you're thinking, I just got started. Just imagine going to the beach and that bikini that you've always dreamt about is now sitting in your closet and you're about to put it on as you go to the beach because you want to have a great time at the beach today. So what you're doing here is you're making them think, if I take action, this is what the results can be. And so in their mind, they're thinking the only thing, so what you're setting the seed for is the only thing keeping them from what they just thought about, what they're dreaming about, is your product. And once they get your product, they can get that dream. They can get what it is they want. And so that's the just imagine, okay? That's what we call the dream state. So then what you do here is now you want to talk about more of what they get. So when you create your product, you want to have some items that you didn't talk about yet that you can give them some more. So on top of what I've already told you, here is some additional things you're going to get. Now, if you don't have additional things, that's okay. But if you can stack more items here, that's better because you're also giving the value here as well. So these items, so I'm going to give you X, which is another value. On top of that, I'm going to give you Y, which is another value. On top of that, I'm going to give you Z, which is another value. Now, again, if you don't have them, that's fine. You don't have to have that slide. It just is much better if you can stack the value. But you can also go out and find products that you can get resale rights to for $30, $40 that you can stack on top of what you have here. Then you're going to have your call to action. So your call to action here is right now, what I need you to do, and depending on where this video is A, click on the link below this video to get started. So that's a video that's on your website. If your video is on YouTube, what I like to do at this point here is when I have the call to action, I will create 2 different call to actions. So make sure while you're recording your webinar or you're recording here that you do a nice clean break. Okay, so you get to this page, you do a little pause, and then you go into your call to action. And then you're going to do this same screen over again. And the reason is one is going to be for YouTube, one is going to be for your webpage. So on your webpage, you're going to say, okay, so right now what I want you to do is look below this video. You're going to see a link that says add to cart. And I want you to click on that link, take action today, and get started. Now, version number 2 is going to be right now, what I want you to do is look below this video, and in my description, you're going to see a link to my webpage. I want you to click on that link, go to my webpage, and take action. Or if you use what we call the link annotation on the video, right now on this video, you're going to see a link that's going to pop up somewhere on this video. I want you to click on that link, or you can use the link in my description and go to my webpage and get started today. So that is your call to action. This is the formula that I use for my video sales letters. This is also the formula that I use for my regular sales letters. Doing the video sales letter is much easier because I can create and record the thing in probably 1 hour's time. Writing a sales letter takes me a couple hours. So this is the formula that I use. Again, you've got some options here. You can do your video sales letters yourself. You can outsource them. Either one is fine. When we go through the mechanics of putting the video sales letter together, we'll talk about recording, the PowerPoints and all of that. I'm going to show it to you in PowerPoint, but again, you can use any format, any tool that you want to use. So we will see you on the next training.